Hi guys, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a real versus fake with the Real Techniques Bold Metal Collection. So these are all the real and this is all the fake. So I have all the real on this side of my face and all the fake on this side. So if you guys want to know which brushes are better than the others or if these are total crap, continue watching. So the first brush that I'm going to be using is the 101 brush, and this is the real and this is the fake. So that is how I'm going to do all the brushes on my face. This side's going to be the real brushes and this side's going to be the fake brushes. And I'm going to just do both sides of my face and show you how each one of the brushes performs compared to the fake one. And tell you at the end, kind of after me using it, what my thoughts are. I have already used both of these brushes, actually all of these brushes I should say, and I do have an opinion on all of them and I'm going to tell you. So let's get into this. Now, this is the fake and this is the real. Now, the only difference really with this, besides the coloring of each brush, and the real ones have weight compared to the fake ones, and that's with every single brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. Every single brush, the color from the real to the fake is completely like different. It's just a little off on the fake. They all have, you can just show you, they all have the RT on them. The brush hairs on both brushes are really soft. There is no issue with the softness of the brushes. This 101 brush, the only difference between these are the tapering of the real one is a lot longer than the fake one, and it's more densely packed than the fake one, and it has more of a triangle shape. So you can see right there, the fake one is just more kind of, I don't know, it's not as densely packed, so it's kind of more flimsy compared to the real one. So I'm going to go ahead and get started using this. So for the 101, I would have to give it to the real one because I feel like the fake one, you have to use a ton more product. It leaves a lot of brush strokes, and the real one, you can blend out everything. You have more of an initiative to kind of use the other side of the brush or the sides of the brush versus the fake, because this one's kind of all the same shape. And the corner on the real one is a lot more tapered. It's a lot easier to go around your brow line and everything. So to me, I just feel like the real one is a lot better than the fake just because of that. The bristles and everything, you know, they feel the same and everything, but you can definitely tell with the fake one that you're using a lot more product, and you're going to be using a lot more product in the long run with this one. So go out and get the real one if you really want a triangle foundation brush or a foundation flat kind of foundation brush. So the next comparison is the 100 brush, and this is the real and this is the fake. The fake one is a lot more fatter, and the real one is a lot more like tapered in. So this is the real, it's a lot more tapered. The fake is a lot more fluffier and it's not as densely packed. So I mean, you can push it down and it would be a lot more like dense, but I mean the brush itself doesn't really do that. It's more of a fluffier brush. The brush hairs are both really soft. The real one I actually have had shedding with. The fake one I have not. Definitely want to put that out there for you guys. I just think that not all the brushes are the same that you get from Real Techniques. I haven't really had any shedding with any of the other real ones, but this real one I have had shedding, and for a 20-something, $25 to $28 brush, it depends on where you get it, that is a lot of money to pay on a brush, and you have shedding. Like, that's crazy. And then, you know, the fake, I haven't had any shedding. So it means to me that's just a little crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and demo these for you guys and then kind of tell you, you know, my final thoughts, which brush you should get and everything like that. Okay, so for the 100 brush, I like both brushes, but it depends on what you're wanting to use the brush for. For me, for applying powder, which is what this one is for, I would go with the fake. Just because of the shape, I feel like it's a lot easier to use and it just blends out everything and distributes the product really nicely. This one, I mean, I like it, but I like it for a completely different reason. I don't really like it for the powder purposes. I mean, it gets under the eye really nicely too, but I mean, it's so big. I love it for like contouring and bronzer and highlighter. Like, this is my jam. So like I said, for the purpose of the brush, go with the fake if you're wanting a nice powder brush, because it is definitely worth it. This big fluffy brush is just really, really nice. So the fake one gets this category for the 100. So for the 301 brush, this is the real, this is the fake, of course. And the only difference with these is the length of the brushes. They are both about the same width. There's not really a major difference between them. The fake one is a little more fluffy, that's about the only difference. And the fake one has a lot more give to it, like the bristles, brush hairs move a lot more than the real one. It's a little more densely packed in the fake. And also with this set of the fake ones, the name is not on it. I don't know why. So I'm going to go ahead and use these on my face and tell you what my final thoughts are. So for the 301, I had to give it to the fake just because it blends out everything really nicely. The only downfall to this brush is the fact that you don't get as sharp a line as the regular 300, the real 300, and you don't get as much product distribution. You're picking up a lot more product from your compact or whatever powder you're using to contour your cheek with. So that's the only downfall with this one, but to me, I like this one a lot better because it's a lot easier to blend the product out, and I don't really care that much that I'm not getting as much, because it's really blending the product out, so I'm kind of not having such a chiseled like looking contour versus on this side where it's more blended and it's a lot softer. So, I mean, really, for you, it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I feel like this is an awesome dupe for the 301, and I actually prefer this one a lot more just because of the softness of the contour. It's not as harsh. So, for the 300, this brush is the tuliped, like, blusher brush, and you can see, which this one's really dirty and this one's, like, really clean. This one is a little more like thicker and it's not as tulipy shaped as this one, and then these both have the name on them and they're pretty much the same. With this one's just not as densely packed as the real one, so I don't really have much to say. This one's just not as tapered as much. They're both, you know, really nice. So let's get to using these on my face. So for the 300 brush, I would have to give it to the fake again, just because I don't know, I like the fake brushes. They blend out clearly, pick up color, they just blend it out really nicely where it's not as densely packed. I really do like the real brush, like I'm not gonna lie, but for money purposes I would have totally bought the fake one over the real, just because it is like, I mean, it does the exact same thing. They both look really nice. I do notice the same thing that the 301 did, where the fake you're using a little bit more product, but that's just because it blends it out so much easier, and the real brush on this one actually distributes a lot more product, so you're not having to pick up as much. So that's the only difference, but I mean, to save like, you know, a freaking crap ton of money, like, I mean, it's worth the fake brushes. So this is the 200 brush, and this is the real, this is the fake, and as you can tell from the real and the real one is a lot shorter than the fake one, and the real one is more densely packed, and I've already put product on it. So the real one is more densely packed than the fake one, and their shape is different. Now the fake one is a lot more fluffier than the real one. So let's go ahead and use these. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Mattes palette, and I'm just going to pop up the shades that I'm going to be using so you guys can use them if you want to just follow this video as a tutorial. So going into Heaven, I'm going to be applying that all over the lid and the brow bone. And I've already placed the Max Painterly Paint Pot as my primer. So now I'm going to be using the fake brush, going into Heaven, and placing that from lid to brow bone. Now I'm going to be using the same brushes, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply a base shade on the lid. So I'm going to go in Chocolate Cookie. I'm going to put that all over the lid. I'm going to be using the fake one, and I'm going to do the same thing. For the 200 brush, I honestly have to say I like the real just because it's a lot more densely packed and it actually applies the color really well to the lid. With the 200 fake brush, I like it also, but I would have to give the category to the real one just because the fake one, I don't know, it's a lot bigger and it's a lot harder to just apply something straight to the lid versus all over. Like, I do like this one for applying shadow all over, so I mean, I'm kind of torn between this one, but I still like the real one a lot better. It picks up a lot more product, it distributes the product a lot better, and this one I feel like it holds a good amount of product. So I mean, I don't know, I just like the real one better. So for this one, the 200 real definitely takes it. For me, I just like it a lot better, and I just feel like it's a lot better quality. So, I mean, when you're using stuff on your eyes, you want something to be the best that it can be, and you don't want to be sitting there rubbing your eyes to death. So I don't like the fake as much as I like the real. So the real one takes this category for the 200 brush. Now this is the 201. This is a more like tapered crease brush. The real one comes to a really fine point. The fake one, as you can see, is more rounded off, and the real one is a lot more densely packed. It doesn't have as much give. The fake one, it has a ton of give compared. So they're both about the same amount in the roundness of them. The fake one is a lot more round though, so it's gonna definitely put a lot more product on your eye versus the real one. So let's go ahead and use this. I'm just gonna use the shade Honey Butter. So I'm gonna use that shade, and starting out with the fake because that was the one in my hands. This is a little opposite than what I was doing, so gonna apply this into the crease, and I'm just honestly trying to keep it on the side of the brush because I don't want to mess up this eye look. So there we go. Pick up a little more product again and work our way up. So there we go. Pretty much seems like one gradient effect, which is nice. So now I'm going to use the Real brush, go into Honey Butter, and do the same thing. I can definitely tell a difference with this brush. Like, I can already see that this one actually laid down the product a lot better and blended it out a lot better. I'm already done. Like, this brush seriously did all the work for me. So that right there tells you that you definitely need to pick up the 201 brush over the fake. This one, I mean, literally, I put the product on there and blended it out within no time. I had to keep going into product to build it up, and it's just crap. The 201 is not a good dupe in any way, shape, or form. So 201, it's the bomb. This is an amazing freaking crease brush. Like, oh my god. Like, seriously, just did all the work for me. This one, definitely, you have to blend, 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 pick up, blend, 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 pick up and blend, blend, blend. This one, no. I mean, the Real one gets it all the way. So for me, I'm just kind of biased when it comes to this, I guess, just because I like the Real eye brushes so far. Like, the fake ones have nothing on them. So definitely the Real 201 is a staple. Okay, and I'm going to be going now into the 202, and this is the liner brushes. And there is not, I mean, there is some difference. Like, the fake one is a lot wider and it's a lot thicker. It has a little more give, not that much, and mine are dirty because I've used them both. So, I mean, this one's a lot more tapered, a lot more thinner. It's a lot more precise. Let's go ahead and use this on our eyes, and I will kind of, I don't know, zoom you guys out a little bit just to make this easier, because I'm going to be using a ColourPop shadow. This is in the shadow shade Mooning. I like using the ColourPop shadows to line my eyes. I just feel like it's a lot easier, and it's not as hard to line my eyes. So there is the Real on this side, and I'm going to do the fake on the other side. Okay, so now they both look pretty crappy, but alright. So that is the finished eyeliner. These do not look very good at all, but I'm not very great at wing liner, so I know that's what most people are going to use these for. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys back out so you can stop looking at my terrible wing liner. It doesn't look that bad. Okay. So for the 202 brush, I have to give it to the fake, honestly, because where this one is so densely packed that, I don't know, when it comes to the ColourPop shadows, it makes it a little more difficult to line it out. I'm sure with like a regular liner, which, like I said, I don't really use regular liners just because I cannot do wing liner hardly at all. I am so freaking terrible at it. Like, I'm not even joking you. So for me personally, I would go with the fake, but the Real one is really nice, but I don't see paying $15 for a liner brush when there are so many good ones out there. Like, this is just a little overpriced, I feel. I mean, it is really nice because it's really small, and it is good to get under the lower lash line because I have used it for that, and the fake one is too. So for me, just personally, I just feel like the fake one is definitely, you know, worth the price. Overall, just in general, the fake brushes are definitely worth it. I got every single one of the fake brushes in a little like wrap thing for $9. Like literally it was like $8.90 something. So I got freaking, how many brushes is that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 7 brushes. So I got 7 brushes for $9 or $8.90 something, something like that, or 7 something. I can't remember exactly. I will leave it like listed here in the video, but I got 7 brushes for like less than $10, and they are all really nice, good quality brushes. You know, I did have some hate just on a couple, but for all the other ones that you get that are completely and totally like freaking awesome and are awesome dupes, I feel like the fake brushes are definitely worth the money. The real ones, they are, if you buy all of them, they are over like $150 depending on where you buy them. If you buy them just straight out, like one at a time, or you buy them all at once, it's like $150. It is extremely pricey to buy all of them. So I mean, save yourself some money and go get you some fake brushes that are just as good. I'm not going to say that I don't like the real ones, because I do like the real ones. There are pros and cons to, you know, the real and the fake, which is why I did this video for you guys. That way you guys could go save you some money or go out and purchase the real brush if you wanted it versus the fake. But I mean, who isn't going to go out and pay, you know, like $9, $8 for the fake brushes when you get 7 brushes for $8? I mean, a lot of times you pay that for one brush, and it's not even going to be that great of a brush. I mean, there are some brushes out there that are really nice quality that are cheap, but I just feel like these are definitely an amazing deal. And if you guys can find them, which I will leave where I bought mine listed below, the link, everything for you guys, and I bought them on eBay. So I don't know, I just really think that they are worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long. I've shortened the parts where I was applying the products just because I know that takes a lot of time. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. That way other people can save money and, you know, enjoy great quality brushes for a really cheap price. So I hope you guys enjoyed this again, like I said, and until next time, bye guys.